Call the meeting order. Ask everyone to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Here.
Morton. Here. Myers. Here. Austin. Here. Washington.
Here.
Williams. Here.
All right, move down to number 2, public comment. All questions and comments must be directed to the mayor. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to comment on a topic on agenda items only. Each speaker will be allowed 1 opportunity to speak. Will you please come forward to the mic? There you go. Thank you, John. Take the mic.
Go ahead, Steve.
You got anything to go ahead. Hey, John. Keep going. I think I'll leave.
I only have one question, Steve. My name is Bernice Houston, and my question is to address items 3, 4, 5. I want to know why no the department heads are available when residents are supposed to ask questions. Maybe we could get some answers to our questions, and we don't have to do all these FOIA requests. I want to know why they're never available to answer residents' questions. And when we put a question to the mayor, he usually said he'll slide it to you guys, but you guys never get back to us. And I want to know why you're not required to be here to answer residents' questions about your various departments. And that includes, they report, I want to know why they're only available at a certain time.
All right. We've got a couple of department heads not here tonight. They informed me that why they weren't coming. I know that Kevin's got some personal business he's unable to attend, and Sherry had a doctor's appointment, so that's the reason she's not here tonight. So that's why they're not here.
You're aware you didn't answer my question. I asked them, we can ask questions to them. We can answer their questions today. This is only for agenda items only.
Correct. And, the department heads are usually here before the meetings. People can feel free to talk to the department heads. They're also throughout the week. If you have something throughout the week, you can always call the village hall. So, come on, answer. I have your, no, sorry.
Nobody else?
Mr. Mayor, I'm Francine Anderson, and I live at 1606 216th Street. First of all, I just arrived, and there is not a copy of the accounts payable, and I would like to understand why I can't have a copy, if they're all gone, and I thought I put out 50. Excuse me. I have to address my questions to the mayor. The other questions I have, sir, will relate to your police department. I would like to know, now that since the comments come before, my questions are directed, and maybe I will forward you them if you do not have answers today. I would like to know how much overtime is being paid to the police department. Now that you have, to my understanding from the community gossip, you have 5 different cars on the street at one time. And if you have enough officers to do that, then I'm sure you can have more. I would like to know how much overtime is being paid in this particular accounts payable, which is already paid, to my understanding, up to October 4th, 2013. So, the next would be for the engineering firm. I would like to know where are we and how far are we with the well 3 and the $5.5 million loan that you have requested from the EPA? Since that should be on this report. From the attorneys, I would like to know how much of that $500,000 have they been paid already for the $500,000 that was budgeted as of to date. For right now, and I would like to have more information about your motion that you're getting ready to pass about easement and why you have to redo that ordinance. questions, sir.
All right. When it comes to overtime, I don't have a breakdown of overtime, so I don't have an answer for that one. As for the wall project tonight, we have 3 bids before us that we're opening up as we move forward. Is that correct, Jim?
Yep.
So we have 3 bids we'll be opening up as we move forward. And then we talk about the easement rights. That's part of the things, that was something we had to do for the low interest loan. The state and IEPA has requested that we get easements coming off of Route 30, going to the well, and getting roadway, it's not called roadway, but it's called YRC, getting their permission to be able to travel back and forth to work on that well. That was part of the loan requirement, correct?
Yes.
So that's why we're just wrapping up some other things and making sure that everything's ready for the loan. And I'm sure the attorney fees and stuff, that we don't have that before us tonight either, so. All right, move to next.
Okay, so I need for you, because I asked it out of this specific, you have it on your account. I asked it the one out of this particular account payable, so not in general.
All right. I don't see anyone else at the mic, so we'll move to item number 3, reports of officers. Mayor's report. First of all, I'd like to make sure all residents are aware that on this Saturday, October 12th, please come out to the Village Hall. We have coffee and conversation with State Representative L.G. Sims. He wants to come out, he wants you to come out, hear what's happening in Springfield, and we're going to be having it right here at the Village Hall. So please make sure you tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and make sure you come out and meet your state rep. All right? Oh, I'm sorry, time. Thank you very much. From 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock here at the Village Hall on this Saturday, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Next, I'd like to read this. I'm pleased to share with you a recent positive development for the Village's industrial community. The Village, through its TIF team, has been working with the developer VHE2 Sauk LLC over the past 6 months in order to facilitate the almost $17 million purchase and development of a 496,000 square foot building within the Village's TIF 3. Sauk LLC has recently entered into a real estate purchase agreement for the property and plans to make substantial improvements in order to operate the building as a warehouse distribution facility. The Village is in the process of finalizing a redevelopment agreement with Sauk LLC in order to aid in the completion of the property improvements and to ensure growth in the Village's industrial district. Incentives were required in order to bring this development to Sauk Village, and the Village TIF team met with several state and county agencies to facilitate this development and agreement. The improvements include a rail spur, additional rail siding, truck stops, truck docks, and parking lot enhancements. This development will result in additional job opportunities within the Village, as well as increased tax revenue within the district. It also provides the Village with an opportunity to highlight the advantages of the Village Industrial Center to businesses the Village is currently meeting with, as well as future developers. I'd like to thank the Sauk Village's TIF team, for working on this agreement, including Katie McKenna and Associates, Oderson and Sturck. Sauk LLC is a reputable business whose continued presence within the Village's industrial community is expected to stimulate and strengthen the Village's business environment. We look forward to the continued relationship with Sauk LLC and wish them success with the project and improvements. The final details are being worked out by the attorneys, and we should have an agreement by our next Village Board meeting. So this is great news. So, with that said, we'll move to Village Clerk, David Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No reports.
Village, okay. As I think everyone may know, our village treasurer's brother passed away this last week, or I guess it was last week. So please continue to remember to keep them in prayer. We also had one of our code enforcement officers, her husband passed away. So to keep Sue in your prayers and her family also. We'll move to Village Attorney, Mr. McGrath.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to follow up a little bit on one of the comments as far as the YRC. There is an ordinance up that's for approval tonight. wasn't before you at the committee meeting, unfortunately, because we didn't have it all worked out. But to explain further to you and board members and the public, because there was an easement in place to the parcel that the village used in the past. It basically was a gravel or dirt road cutting through what essentially is an open field or farm field in line north-south directly to that route. In talking with the village engineer and going through with the EPA loan and what's going to have to be kind of reconfigured, bringing the permanent air strippers to that location. The village needed to acquire a little more property, a little less than a fifth of an acre besides what is currently owned by the village. So we approached YRC. They have staff out in Kansas City, a number of conference calls with them, and then the and essentially what the agreement is that the easement that is in place currently isn't sufficient for the village to bring in the equipment and the trucks for the equipment that's going to be coming in for the long-term air strippers. And then once they're in place, the village is still going to need daily access to get to the well, to test the water, to clean out the filters, to do whatever the engineer and public works does at the well site on a daily basis. So we had to ensure that the village had access to that. That transportation drive, which YRC or roadway uses, came into question on who actually owns that road. If it's a public road, obviously the village has access rights. Doing title searches and looking into it further, it actually appears to us, and based on different plans and title searches, that that road actually is owned by either YRC or the competitor directly next door to them. There's some cutouts on that roadway. That roadway's never been maintained or built or plowed by the village. So it's a private roadway, so we had to negotiate to get access rights on that road because the current easement road that goes through the farm and an open field isn't sufficient. And in our negotiations, we worked out with YRC to grant over a fifth of an acre that's needed to reconfigure or put on new equipment. So that's what that agreement is essentially about. So if anyone has any questions about that, we have the ordinance. Some of the exhibits, not all the permanent exhibits are attached because we're still waiting for the legal descriptions and the legal terms from YRC's attorneys that we need to get that to us by the end of today. But we will have it all for the next couple of days, and we will have it properly recorded, and we're good to go. So if there's no questions for that ordinance, I'm looking for that to be approved with the consent agenda. Another topic I'd like to briefly discuss is a topic that's continually brought up here at the village is FOIA requests, and the expense of FOIA requests, and the work that goes into it. And unfortunately, Sherry's not here because she's stuck with the brunt of the research and looking into the documents. My office prepared a memo to share with the mayor and the trustees, and it pertains to a particular specific FOIA request that you can see how much money effort goes into responding to these FOIA requests. But as far as background, I would just state to you all that our office, we represent approximately 20 communities, school districts, farm districts, and townships. And because of that, we get a lot of FOIA requests, we deal with a lot of FOIA requests. So about a year ago, we hired Sarah Gallagher. And Sarah is an attorney, and she comes directly from the Attorney General's office, and actually the supervisor in the FOIA department. So we hired her specifically to help us, assist us, and our clients to respond to FOIA requests. And we do that because we want municipalities to know all the provisions, what has to be turned over, and what doesn't have to be turned over. And there's a lot of forms that are generated by the Attorney General's office, and some of these forms Sarah actually produced and got approval from her higher-ups to send out. And one such document is a form letter that the Attorney General sent out if a FOIA requester gets documents or some information from a municipality and they're not happy with the response. They're making a claim that, oh, I didn't get the information I'm looking for. The municipality has to turn over documents, they're hiding stuff. Then they have a right under FOIA to appeal and we're bringing it to the attention of the Attorney General. The Attorney General, as a matter of right, will send out this form letter that Sarah participated, generated, sent out hundreds while she worked there. And it goes along that the Attorney General's office is investigating the FOIA response. I've been told about a lot of Facebook entries and a lot of rumor mills, and it would make it seem that the village of Sauk Village is under a deep investigation by the Attorney General's office based upon the FOIA responses. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's a form letter. Certainly, the Attorney General's office looks into it and they look for more feedback because under the Act they have to. If a FOIA requester is not happy with the response they have a right to bring this to the attention of the Attorney General. The Attorney General sends out this form letter, and then the municipality answers in kind. And that's up to the Attorney General if they accept it or if they don't accept it. The reason I bring this up to you is because our assistance with this municipality is it's enormous as far as the FOIA request. There's questions about the legal bills. If you break it down, ask anybody looking into our legal bills and how much time, effort, and money is spent on answering all these FOIA requests. And not only this FOIA request, but the requester's assumption or belief that they didn't get the documents or all the documents that they're requesting. They're just not willing to accept the response from the municipality. And then they appeal it. And then that leads to more legal work and more time and effort, and it has to be in writing a response to the Attorney General's office. So that has happened on a number of occasions. The village has been found to have properly answered all the FOIA and all the prior occasions, and I would submit to you based on having Sarah on our team and working with your staff that all the FOIA requests and the answers that have been given by the village will be found to be upheld as appropriate. The specific one that this memo is an indication that there's a number of exceptions and things that don't have to be turned over. This pertains to a request for the Public Relations Committee and looking for documents and signature cards and who's on this Public Relations Committee. Under the Act, signature cards, which are cards that just like everyone here in the room has a checking account, gives a signature card at their bank or their credit union, which they use to compare your signature, make sure nobody fraudulently signs your name. Those type of signature cards are not, they're not recoverable. They don't have to be turned over under FOIA. There's a specific provision for them. And in fact, those signature cards aren't even kept here at the village. They're at the bank that the Public Relations Committee deposits their money with. So, because the specific FOIA requester was not happy with not getting the signature cards, and there's some other items, none of it had to be turned over. But now we have to respond to the Attorney General's office. And the Attorney General's office, I am certain, is going to agree with us that those signature cards, even if we had them, wouldn't have to be turned over. So the reason I'm bringing this up is to kind of highlight how much time, effort, and money is being spent on not only FOIA requests, but the appeals of FOIA response given by the municipality. And I know that the village recently put out a list or a billboard out in the hallway listing out all FOIA requests, requesters, and the date of response. I'm asking you to consider putting an addendum to that list or billboard. I've looked at it myself to include the name of individuals or groups who appeal to the Attorney General based upon a FOIA request, which is within their right. But I ask that you list it out and keep a running tab on how much that costs your municipality. And look at it at the end of the year on how much money, time, and effort you spent on it, and look at the people that are doing it and the response from the Attorney General. So I just like to bring that up because it's just a ton of work. And if you'd like, I'll do a summary, a breakdown of what percentage of our legal bills in the last 2 years have been spent on FOIA projects. And lastly, I'm going to request an executive session. Unfortunately, I know it's not on the agenda. It has to be added to the agenda for matters of pending litigation. Thanks.
Is there a motion to approve to suspend the rules to add the executive session under item, we'll move to 7D? Is there a motion to approve? Motion second. Ms. Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
And that's for pending litigation?
Yes.
Personnel?
Go.
Okay, so that's for pending litigation. All right. Move to reports of trustees and board committees. Move to Parks and Recs Committee, trustee Poskett. I'm sorry. I already marked you off. I apologize. Just go back. Village engineer, Jim's on it. I was getting ready to call you up. I marked you off.
That's okay. That's okay. The blow softened because I have an official village engineer shirt that was given to me today. So thank you very much. So as you've mentioned before, Mayor, we have the bid opening for the water treatment plant improvements project tonight. So if you could please.
All righty. Is that all you have?
Yes.
Short report? All right. First bid, it's from Boiler Construction Company, Inc., out of Waukegan, Illinois. Wow. They have a bid bond attached. For, was that 5% of the bid amount? They say they're nice enough to mark the bid bond. That's what I'm thinking. Resolutions. Wow. There you go. They've got this broke down, but I'll tell you what we're going to do is just read up the final amount. Because we've got page after page of every item broke down.
Yeah, just the final one.
So total bid, entire project, $4,407,200. Next one is from Allen Mack and Sons, Inc., out of Orland Park, Illinois. Supplementary information. Earnings, assets. Here it is. All right. There's like 3 sections. So the The entire project is $4,131,964. And next one is from Thiemann Construction Inc. out of Westfield, Indiana. Thiemann, Thieneneman. Yeah. And this one is for the entire project, $4,449,000 even. $4,449,000. All right, so I'd like to have a motion to accept these bids and turn over to the village engineer for review. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call roll.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Howard, B-O-L-L-E-R, construction. Burgess.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Oscar.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. You guys come? Can you catch? Thank you very much. All righty, now we can move to reports of trustees and board committees. Parks and Rec, trustee Posse.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'm going to let everybody know there'll be flyers out in the next day or so for the Sauk Village Trunk and Treat. That'll be October 26th. We're going to have a parade. It's going to leave Rickover, go down Torrance to the community center parking lot where we're asking residents if they'd like to participate. They have their trunks open, some kids can trick or treat at them. We're planning on having some raffles and some other things for pumpkins for the kids and costume contest. So more information will be coming out on that, but it's in the works here, so we'll use all the volunteers we can get for that. We also have, I want to remind everybody that the October adopt-a-thon over at the Village Animal Center, that'll be going on October 19th, 20th, and 26th and 27th, 4 to 9, I'm sorry, from 9 to 4. So if you're interested in that. Also, we have this weekend, we'll be basketball sign-ups. We'll be continuing on with the basketball sign-ups, trying to get enough teams to have a basketball league. It'll be from 4 to 7 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So come on out, sign up for your children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces. Use all the players we can get at ages 7 through 14. Also, our next Parks and Rec committee meeting will be Monday, October 14th at 4 p.m. at the community center. Again, we'll be working on the trunk or treat and other items that are going on, so it's open to everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, trustee Morton. Anything? All right, so we move to the beautification committee. Trustee Morton.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. The Sauk Village Beautification Committee will have its first meeting Sunday, October the 13th, which is at 2 p.m. here at Village Hall. Sunday. That's it.
All right, thank you very much. Ordinance Review Committee. Trustee Myers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's a couple of items tonight. First of all, personally, thank you everybody that came out for my surprise retirement party. You guys got me good. And second of all, I'm having the ordinance review committee meeting October the 24th, 7 p.m. here at the Village Hall. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
October 24th, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the Intergovernmental Relations Committee. Trustee Burgess.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to announce that I have flyers out. They've been out all throughout the village and they're on the website. Remind everyone about the Cedar Home Energy Bill payment assistance that will be held right here next Wednesday, October 16th from 9 to 1. I have flyers. There's a lot of things that you would need to bring here to see if you qualify for that. And also, CETA will be here with other information about other projects and programs that they have. Also, Bloom Township will also be present for anybody that needs questions, or they do a temporary assistance, and you may qualify for some of the programs that they have that are temporary. So it behooves anyone to get the word out to be here right here in Village Hall from 9 to 1 next Wednesday, October 16th. And my phone number is on the flyers. If anyone needs any flyers or something on the back desk, I do have some here available. They're out at the stores. And again, they're on the website. And anyone that doesn't have the website domain is svintergov.org. SVINTRGOV.org. Go right there and you can see all the different things that we have on the website available. So I've gotten the word out to the school districts, both of them, and then all throughout the village. So it behooves anyone. I know it's a day doing the day, but this is something that you can come out here, you can actually talk to the Cedar representatives and to the Bloom Township representatives to find out if you qualify for some of the programs that they have. That's all I have.
Thank you, Trustee Neighborhood Watch Committee, Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to thank all of those that went on our Neighborhood Watch Facebook page and liked our page. We wanted to continue to encourage the residents to go on our Facebook page so that you can have updates of what's happening with the Neighborhood Watch program. We are aggressively moving forward with getting donations for our Neighborhood Watch signs. As you know, we have the decals. Many residents as well as businesses in the village have already begun to post them at their homes and their businesses. We will be having a tag day on November the 8th, that's on a Friday, but we'll be at 4 different intersections collecting donations for the signs that we are ordering to come for the village. So if you'd like to volunteer, you can see me after the meeting and let me know. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. Public Relations and Community Outreach Partnership Committees, Trustee Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to let everybody know we did have a public relations meeting that was scheduled for last week. That meeting did get canceled due to some members not being available. The meeting will be rescheduled for next week, the 16th, here at 7 p.m. And then on to community outreach partnerships. I know we talked about it for a while. This Friday is the police department meet and greet. There are flyers on the back table, like this. So anybody who needs flyers will be on Facebook as well. We're going to try to get it out as many places as possible. It'll be this Friday, October 11th, 2013, from 6:30 to 8:30. Doors will open up at 6. We want to start promptly at 6:30. Some of the events that we're going to be having are going to be out on the flyers. So we will have light refreshment served. Our new canine officer Falco will be there. We're going to have tours, and we'll definitely be a question and answer portion. So I know we've stated before in the past, if you have any questions, please bring them. We would like this to be a very informative event. If anybody has any questions, please let me know.
6:30 to 8:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. All right, we'll move to the reports of departments, committees, and commissions. Fire Department and Rural Commission, Chief Sauk.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. Over the past 2 weeks, the fire department responded to 20 calls. Responded to 2 car accidents, 5 fire alarms, 1 ambulance assist, 2 dive box responses, 2 car fires, 1 assist to another agency, 1 small fire, 1 CO, and 1 child hit by a vehicle, 1 gasoline leak, 1 change of quarters, and 2 brush fires. We would like to thank everyone that came out to McDonald's on Saturday, October the 5th for the fire department open house. We lucked out with the weather. It held up until that evening. This is National Fire Prevention Week. Our firefighters have been busy with the school assemblies, teaching kids about fire safety. We have 5 firefighters going to the Illinois Fire Service Institute this weekend in Champaign. They'll be attending the Down and Dirty Firefighting Conference and take advanced classes in firefighting, leadership, and incident safety. This is paid for by the Sauk Village Firefighters Association. And lastly, the Sauk Village Beautification Committee and the Fire Department have worked hard to keep that fire station looking nice, to be an asset to the community. I would like to thank Mayor Hanks for personally stopping a group of kids that were vandalizing the flower beds out there. Thank you.
All right, Move to police department. Sergeant Sauk.
Mayor and Board of Trustees, since September 26, 2013, the Sauk Village Police Department has taken 783 calls for service. This includes 33 domestic, 39 disturbances, and 66 arrests.
Thank you very much. Mr. Weller's out tonight for a personal problem, so he's not with us. We have Ms. Zielinski. She's out on medical tonight. Finance Director, Mr. Weller.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The status of the audit will be before October 31st, on or before October 31st, 2013. And 2012 and 2013 will commence on October 15th.
All right. The board of mine, Ms. Zielinski did leave a report, and I'd just like to give some of the points she has. The zoning board held a meeting here on October 7th at 7 p.m. to consider a text amendment of the Unified Development Code to classify medical cannabis cultivation centers and medical cannabis dispensing facilities as a special use in a manufacturing district. The zoning board made a motion to approve the text amendment. The next one is the village hall will be open on Wednesday starting on October 16, 2013. The village hall hours will be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So next Wednesday. Total tickets from code for the time period September 1st through October the 8th are 123 for various violations. And that came from code enforcement. All right. Go to Sauk Village Homeland Security Agency, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Over the last 2 weeks, as a respondent to 22 calls, which entailed four accidents, 5 fire alarms, 1 assist other agency, 1 car fire, 1 CO alarm, 1 brush fire, 2 traffic control incidents, 2 missing persons assist, 1 gas leak, 1 rubbish fire, and 3 school patrols. And ESDA will also be assisting the fire department outside the police department during the 3 days for Halloween to give them extra eyes and ears. This is to make sure the kids aren't vandalizing the Halloween decorations and making sure the kids are able to trick or treat safely without being injured. That concludes my report, sir.
Thank you, sir. Move to Human Relations Commission, Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On behalf of the Human Relations Commission, we had a meeting on the first Monday, which was this week, and we meet every first Monday of the month at 6:30 right here at the Village Hall. It is open to the public. We had 2 residents that submitted letters of interest to join the Human Relations Commission. We are going to be having a diversity dinner in January, on January the 24th, 2014. Details are pending, but if you would like to participate by either bringing a dish or cooking a dish or up at the sponsor table, you can see the Vice President, Commissioner Frank Williams, after the meeting tonight. Also, we wanted to invite all the residents to let your neighbors and friends know that we want them to come and participate. The Human Relations Commission is aggressively moving forward in a lot of different areas. And so all of you are invited the first Monday of every month at 6:30 right here at the Village Hall. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Move to Housing Commission, Mr. Holcomb. Commissioner Holcomb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board. In your boxes, you found a listing of the 100 homes that were sold from January 1st to October 1st, ranging in prices from $750 to $2.4 million for property sold within the village. We have 21 homes pending for sale right now that are on hold because of the shutdown and not moving forward with them right now. The 117 homes I reported a month ago that no one could find who owned them.
the state and HUD got together, and I got an email just before I got here that HUD has taken over all 117 of them, and we'll either remove them or rehab them. Just for the comedy of errors, people notified me last week that a house on Oregon sold for $100,000, and I actually contacted the purchaser, and it's a group out of Miami, Florida, that bought 500 homes across the nation. And I asked them why they paid $100,000 for a house that's been on the market for 2 years for $20,000. And needless to say, they don't have one broker anymore. The housing meeting is this Thursday at 7 p.m. right here.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question. Yes. Commissioner Holcomb, I just have one question. These, what is it, 100 and?
There's 100 homes.
100 homes?
100 properties.
100 properties that have been sold since this year.
Yes.
Is there any way you can maybe find out what's the breakup of homes that are sold, I'm sorry, as far as investors and homeowners? Is there any way that we can find out? Pardon me?
Yes, when I get my quarterly report card, you'll have all.
Okay, because I've come down, if we got 100 homes, and a lot of these are probably brokers that brought these.
Right.
And now, I'm just wanting to know what the ratio, not the ratio, what the makeup is home ownership that are there versus renters.
Actually, in January, we were at 47% renters within the village. We're down to 38% now.
Oh, down to 38%?
Right. The 148 homes I reported in the quarterly report a month and a half ago, most of those were renters that switched into homeowners.
Okay.
Working through the new program that Cook County and HUD started.
Because the reason why I was saying we only have one person that's out there doing code, and with a lot of these homes that are being commercially brought, we may have to kind of look, because they are the ones that are going to be responsible for that people at home, not the renters that are there.
Right.
So that's going to create a little burden, and it's something we have to prepare for as a village.
Presently, there's 556 homes for sale in the village, of which 156 of them are being maintained. All the utilities are on. They've already met with Sherry. They have all the certificates and everything. They're not occupied, but they are. They have lights going on and off and security systems. So the 393 homes that we reported that were on CAP, that included the 117 that HUD took over as of yesterday. And we're down quite a number of those, but we're still working with Sherry and them on eliminating a lot of those. The county did condemn 9 houses out here, and we'll be tearing them down.
Also, the last question, the land bank. Do we have any homes out in the land bank right now?
Yes.
We do?
2 properties. We have 1 home and a vacant lot that will be signed over to the land bank this the 21st.
The 21st, we're going for the land bank to see if they'll accept. It has to come to a vote. What we'll do is, once they take the vote, we'll come back to the village board, and we'll take a vote here. But first of all, we have to see if they're willing to take them, which we're pretty positive they want to take them.
Okay, because you wrote a letter about, I don't know if that house was on the land bank or not, but it was one house that somebody was willing to buy. Did anyone?
That's the house.
That's the house you're talking about?
That's the house on 225th.
That house is not going to the land bank.
Right, that's the village property.
That's what I'm saying. Is that, I'm just asking, is that house is not going to be one of the bank?
No.
So the village still owns that house?
That village will sell that house.
Currently, the village owns 2 homes and a vacant property. We own more than that, but when you talk about houses for land bank, currently have 2 houses and a vacant piece of property. That one house is on the market for $12,500, $12,000 approximately. That is on the market for sale. The other house and vacant land property, we're looking to turn over to the land bank.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to find out an update on that. Thank you.
All right. Senior Committee Resolution is not here, but she left a nice report, and I asked the village clerk to give us a summary.
It's kind of hard to do, but I'll do my best. Mahalo from Rose, who's in Hawaii right now. King Township reminder Friday, October 17th, is the purchase tickets for the October 24th Senior Community Luncheon. The AARP driver safety course is scheduled on Tuesday and Wednesday, October 15th and 16th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Flu shots by appointment for Wednesday and Thursday, October 22nd and 2nd. I don't know, I think she means 22nd and 23rd. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Senior chair exercise every Friday, 10 to 1. Medicare open enrollment, Part D, October 15th through December 7th. Suburban Legal Assistance Clinic is every fourth Tuesday by appointment. Blood pressure screening held every third Wednesday by appointment. Need assistance on health care. SHIP counseling is available. Low cost transportation, Township Senior Girls is available at 754-8200. Golden Age Club at Jones Memorial Center at Chicago Heights meets on Wednesday, October 16th, starting at 10 a.m. and lunch starts at 11:30 a.m. Annual membership is $5. Cost of lunch is $5. Reservations call 757-5395. Advance tickets for the senior spaghetti dinner. It will be available currently by committee members and at the Village Hall for Saturday, October 26th, 1 to 4 p.m. And then consists of spaghetti, sauce, salad, bread, dessert, and beverage. All you need. Spaghetti. Music by the Morgan Family and Larry Clark. Finance by Laura Haynes, for our prices for the graphic. All committee members do have tickets. The senior committee sponsors free Zumba classes on October 19th from 1:45 p.m. every person during Saturday. Free monthly blood pressure for all village residents and village employees. In the senior center office, October 14th from 1 to 1:45. Thanks to everybody who donated for the paper bag book exchange. And sign up for the next luncheon, Glory, on Monday, November 4th, co-sponsored with the public library. And any other information will be available at the RAT outside at the Village Hall. The next senior committee meeting will be held Thursday, November 14th at 5 p.m. in the senior center, and every second Thursday at 5 p.m. Take that much.
Thank you. Move to item number 6, consent agenda. Any trustees have anything they would like to have removed? Hearing none, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second. Motion, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams. Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item number 7, new business. We have a motion to approve the accounts payable and disbursements for September 25th, 2013 through October the 8th, 2013. Is there a motion to approve? Motion second. Any questions or comments?
Question.
Trustee Burgess.
Yes, I was, Mohan, I didn't get a chance, since I was here Friday, I know you weren't here, so, but on your, I guess it's available cash balance sheet that you have right here, you have two things. The first thing, you have TIF 4 Illinois funds under available cash. Can we do that? TIF money can be as far as we can use that for cash?
We are using TIF money to pay all the expenses.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was wondering why it would be net cash available. In other words, why it would be available cash. It would just be, that's earmarked only for TIF, correct? But okay, I understand what you're saying, but I didn't think it would be added with that, with the available cash. In other words, we can't use it, but it's earmarked only for, correct. And then the second item, maybe my math is wrong, but right after that you have on here, the expenditure, well, what we just voted out, 51,000, but you seem to me that you added that. That would be, but I mean, but after you paid, right? You added that. So there should be 381, 520, 16. Okay, that's, I would like, we found some extra money. But no, really, back to the other one, I think TIF 4, if you're going to put that, it should be separate. It shouldn't even be in with available cash, because truly it's not available. It's only available to pay TIF-related expenses. It's just a little misleading.
Using the scenario as, for example, if we have TIF 4 fund total available minus TIF 4 expenditure, the net balance would be $350,782.0.
Right.
4,082.71 is the net available for TIF
Okay. But you have the heading available cash balances, okay, but it says total available, but I'm just, okay, I understand it. I understand, I'm just saying, if someone were to look at this, they would think that, okay, we have $433,000 available for the budget, when all actuality we don't. After paying this, we probably have about $30,000. So that would be more accurate, that we only have $30,000 instead of 300 or 400 and, I'm sorry, 381,000. That's all I'm just looking at. That's all. That's all.
Any other questions or comments? All right. Ms. Short, please come up.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Poskett. Yes. Washington.
Yes.
Williams. Yes.
All right, I'll ask for next a motion to go into executive session for pending litigation when no action will be taken. Your motion is motion second. Motion second. Village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers. Poskett. Yes. Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Executive session.
Burgess.
Here.
Gordon.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Poskett.
Here.
Washington. Here. Williams.
All right, move to item rate claims comments from the mayor and the board of trustees. Start with trustee Burgess.
No, I'm fine. I forgot to mention that Thursday will be a meeting for the Intergovernmental Relations Committee. We'll be looking for a few volunteers to help us out on that Wednesday, but I will have a meeting here at 7 o'clock this coming Thursday for my committee. That's all I have.
Trustee Washington.
Just want to remind everybody to go to the Neighborhood Watch Facebook page and like our page, and also we have a Neighborhood Watch email address. We would love to hear comments from different residents and concerning your neighborhood. That concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee Poskett.
No comment.
Trustee Martin.
No comment.
Trustee Myers.